Hey everyone. I am here tonight with a quick update on the Nancy Guthrie situation. First, I want to say I am kind of running an experiment at the same time, trying to see exactly where my content will fit in and where my content needs to be. Because right now I am very unsure. So I'm running this on many different platforms, and we're going to see how the content does. It'll help me go in whatever direction I'm seeking out because right now I'm a little confused. And yeah, I need the guidance from God. So I said a little prayer before this live, and now here we are. Now, yes, we are here to discuss the Nancy Guthrie updates, but I did want to bring another clip that I ran across that bothers me, and I think it does deserve a discussion. Perhaps a discussion on a different date, but I do think one needs to be had. And that is about well, let me play the clip because I really don't have the proper words for it. And then yeah. Oh shit, I almost left. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna play the clip and then we're gonna talk about responsibilities and different things like that. Everything is alleged and fair use.
Of the film Sinners, Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo walk on stage to present an award at the British version of the Oscars. Then, out of nowhere, someone in the audience starts shouting obscenities, including the N-word. Both actors are taken aback.
We're here to...
So who would be so offensive? The foul-mouthed insults came from this man, John Davidson. He suffers from Tourette's syndrome, a neurological condition that causes involuntary motor and verbal tics. Davidson is the inspiration for the critically acclaimed movie I Swear. The film star Robert Aramayo beat out Timothée Chalamet and Leonardo DiCaprio to win the Best Actor BAFTA.
Robert Aramayo from I Swear.
Later, BAFTA's host Alan Cumming took to the stage and attempted to apologize for the shock.
A person who has Tourette's syndrome has no control over their language. We apologize if you were offended.
But for many, that apology was not enough. Unacceptable, writes Jamie Foxx.
While people do have sympathy for the fact that he does have Tourette's syndrome, there's feeling that Black people are being asked to show grace and grace is not being shown to them about how incredibly powerfully just upsetting this word is.
You can think about it sort of being like the worst thing that could happen at the worst time, where, you know, it could even be that the person is worried that, oh, I might say something like that. And even despite their worry and their attempts at trying to control it, it may still come out.
The shocking outburst happened in front of an A-list audience, including Prince William and Princess Kate, who made their first public appearance since the arrest of the former Prince Andrew over his dealings with Jeffrey Epstein. They had no idea they'd be hearing this.
Even though this discussion tonight isn't about this, I think this is an important topic that we should expand on. I really do. I don't think it's appropriate. I understand he does have Tourette's syndrome, but they are right about us having to accept things that are really unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Now, let me stop sharing so I can say what I have to say before we get into the Nancy Guthrie situation and the clips. Everything discussed tonight is based on publicly available reporting and official statements. This channel does not present allegations as facts, and we will update responsibly as verified information becomes available. Tonight we're talking about a situation that has many people confused. I'm completely baffled, guys. I'm baffled by this investigation. I feel like Pima County failed this investigation. I do not feel like Pima County and the FBI are on one accord. There's just so many things wrong with this case. So many things. people are confused and concerned, asking serious questions, like just the basic information the public doesn't have. And why is that? We don't know the who, what, where, when, how, and why to the situation. Why don't we have a picture of what she was last wearing or a video clip of her being dropped off and going in and out of her home? Why don't we have the basic stuff that we receive when an individual goes missing? Now, usually when people go missing, we have what they wore last, where they were last seen, the height, weight, all of that stuff. We don't even have those basic, we don't have anything. And honestly, another thing with her being a public figure or a mother of a public figure, and this isn't to badmouth the Guthries at all, why wasn't there better security for her? Like, she didn't even have a paid subscription to the cameras that she had outside her home. Why weren't there more cameras? Why wasn't the subscription paid? We would have better coverage than what we do have. Okay? Now, we all know who Nancy Guthrie is. We know she is the mother of today's show, Savannah Guthrie, co-anchor of NBC's Today Show. And she pretty much has remained out of public spotlight. And you can tell, and we're going to look at clips, you could tell this issue, this situation is weighing heavy on Savannah. She looks like she has aged drastically. Like, yeah. We're going to start off with looking at her most recent plea. At this point, it's like, it seems like she has acknowledged that her mom may be no longer here, because she is offering $1 million for her or the recovery of her body. Let's take a look. Oops, hold on. I got to pull it up, guys. My bad. And this is a very sad case. I wouldn't know what to do.
To this new message from Savannah Guthrie.
Hi there. I'm coming on to say it is day 24 since our mom was taken in the dark of night from her bed. And every hour and minute and second and every long night then of worrying about her and fearing for her.
I had to pause. Linda, you said Fox News. Was that a recent article? Fox News told exactly why she was taken. She previously had a job where she uncovered Medicare fraud by convalescent hospitals. The evidence was in her house and was taken alongside with Nancy. Let me know if that was a recent article so I can go take a look. Let's continue to listen to Savannah.
Aching for her, and most of all, just missing her. Just missing her. We know that millions of you have been praying. So many people have been praying, of every faith and no faith at all, praying for her return. And we feel those prayers. Please keep praying without ceasing. We still believe. We still believe in a miracle. We still believe that she can come home. Hope against hope. As my sister says, we are blowing on the embers of hope. We also know that she may be lost. She may already be gone. She may have already gone home to the Lord that she loves and is dancing in heaven with her mom and her dad and with her beloved brother Pierce and with our daddy. And if this is what is to be, then we will accept it. But we need to know where she is. We need her to come home. For that reason, we are offering a family reward of up to $1 million for any information that leads us to her recovery. All of the information about this reward and the details is in the caption below. You can call the 1-800-TIP line. You can be anonymous if you want. Someone out there knows something that can bring her home. Somebody knows. And we are begging you to please come forward now. We also know that we are not alone in our loss. We know there are millions of families that have suffered with this kind of uncertainty. And for that reason today, we also are donating $500,000 to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children for their work in helping families who are coping with loss and actively looking for those who are lost. We are hoping that the attention that has been given to our mom and our family will extend to all the families like ours who are in need and need prayers and need support. So please, if you hear this message, if you've been waiting and you haven't been sure, let this be your sign to please come forward, tell what you know, and help us bring our beloved mom home so that we can either celebrate a glorious, miraculous homecoming or celebrate the beautiful, brave, and courageous and noble life that she has lived. Please be the light in the dark.
I am absolutely loving the engagement, guys. Let me know if you want to sound off, hit the link, or talk about this, and I will have the moderators drop the link for you all, or I will try to go to the individual platforms where you all are and drop the link. Hold on. Yeah, prayers. Pray, like, she looks wore down, honestly. This case has just, to me, been blundered from the start. Okay, let's talk about the blood that was on the mat. Why wasn't that mat by itself taken into evidence? Why was it still left there? Why were people allowed to approach the home? Now, also, with the recent videos that have been coming out, hey, Theo, there has, you think so, chickpeas? I've heard that part. I did hear that. But with the recent videos that came out, I think definitely they're 2 different days because the man looks like he's wearing 2 different shoes. At this point, I think they are accepting the possibility that she is no longer here. That's why they're willing to pay the money for the recovery. I do not believe, I hate to say this because there's power in the tongue, but I do not believe she's alive. She was a she didn't have her medications. She had a pacemaker. Like, I just do not think she is still with us. But let me see, which site do I want to take? I think I'm gonna go to Ashley Banfield because she talks about the difference in the images and the fact that I think that they were on separate days, and I don't understand why we are just now hearing about this. I think from the gate we should have known what she last had on, where she was last seen, who she was last with. We don't know any of that. We know nothing, and we should know. Just like when they came out and said, oh, she didn't go to church. Well, hell, she hasn't been to church since the pandemic. She hadn't been going to church physically. Okay? She was doing it virtually. So where did that piece of information come from? So when was the last time she was seen? Who was she with? How was she when she was dropped off? We know absolutely nothing about this case. Nothing. Yes, you got to go to the live that isn't vertical. That's where we're able to drop the StreamYard links. I see a lot of y'all are on Facebook and on the vertical. Let me pull up. Who do I want to start with? Harvey or Ashley? Give me a second, guys. This is crazy. And even with Trump having putting attention on this, I don't understand it. I don't get it. All right, hold on. Sorry, guys. All right, we're gonna watch a little bit of this Ashley Banfield and try to break it down. If I can get to it. Oh gosh. Give me a second, guys. I do not want Nancy Grace. I'm coming. Okay. Now, Ashley Banfield discusses it because in one of these pictures, there is no backpack as well. All right. I'm sharing. Sorry for the delay.
Hey, everybody. I'm Ashley Banfield, and this is Drop Dead Serious, and we are in day 23 of the Nancy Guthrie investigation and bombshell. You know, a lot of you have looked at videos and have speculated that the pictures that the FBI released to us, 2 weeks ago, showing the perpetrator at the front doorbell cam, one of them doesn't look like the others. One of them not wearing a backpack, not wearing the gun. And we all wondered, is it possible it might be from another date? Well, tonight, law enforcement sources confirming yes, that it is in fact from another date. The backpack missing, the gun missing, that image, that single image is from a date prior to the date of the suspected abduction of Nancy Guthrie. It is massive news in this investigation. It's also massive to the investigators, and I am curious about how long they have known that. And I will tell you this, the way this news rolled out, you may have seen some of it, bits of it. I want you to know how it all rolled out, okay? Michael Ruiz from Fox Digital breaking, a source with knowledge of the investigation just confirmed to me, meaning Michael Ruiz, that these two images were taken on different days and may show the same person. The image with no backpack was taken before the suspected abduction of Nancy Guthrie. Source declines to pinpoint the date, citing the open investigation. That's very important. Because was it the night before? A few days before? Weeks, months before? Was it maybe just a few hours before because the date changed within a couple hours, right, of 1:47 a.m.? I'm going to get into that really in depth with a former U.S. Marshal who tracks bad guys for a living, or used to track bad guys for a living for the U.S. Marshals, now does it for his security company. I will continue with Michael Ruiz's actual reporting here. Authorities have alternately asked for neighbors to check their home security systems for the entire month of January. From the night of January 11th, we all wondered, why that date?
Okay, and what I'm not understanding, this is a recent video by Ashley Banfield. Why are we just now looking at further dates? We should have been looking at the date, not just that week or not the day before, but go the whole month. We know if this was a true intended burglary, which I just don't even see that anymore. This clearly is an abduction or an intentional unaliving, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. This person was casing the house, though. But this was, you see this picture and you see how dark the resolution is in the background. Now, let me say this about that. You notice this picture is very much darker than the other. There's no backpack in this picture. Also, the lines are very faint, but you can see it. I don't see a pew-pew in this, and these shoes have black markings on them. This is definitely a different video, definitely a different date because the backgrounds are different. Now, people were saying that the moons were different during that time, and that is true. I went and looked up the different the days that she was kidnapped and also the days before, and there was different moons, which could have caused the lighting to be different. Let's continue to watch.
Is it possible this is the date of this other image? Certainly is interesting that January 11th seemed to come out of the blue, and now we're finding this other image came before the abduction date and the hours surrounding Guthrie's disappearance between January 31st and February 1st. That's the dates that Sheriff's Office said they wanted video from all the neighbors. Michael Ruiz continues, this indicates that whatever data the FBI and Google accessed to recover the missing video included more than just the final event in her camera's memory. Hey, and just a quick reminder, this break tonight came so fast and furious and late. I want to make sure you subscribe, because if you subscribe, you're not going to miss these updates, especially when they come so late at night. So just hit the subscribe button and you'd be doing me a real solid. Hey, quick note from my sponsor. Let's be honest, being on camera. And Brian continues saying, indicating the suspect. And you know something? Your future self is going to thank you. All right. So now Brian Enton from News Nation continued the reporting saying this.
Right. And I have been following Brian Enton. He's really good at what he does. Yeah, I was following JLR, but I've seen enough of the cactuses for now. But he's doing an amazing job. Thank you, JLR, for covering things. But yeah, I keep up with Brian Enton. And I just don't understand for the life of me this whole TMZ thing, but we'll continue.
These two photos of the Nancy Guthrie suspect were taken on different days. Sources confirmed to me, Brian Enton.
I'm sorry, I will slow down.
She is a Washington correspondent who's been breaking a lot of news on this story in Washington, and she has cited in the past that FBI sources have indicated information to her before. She's not saying that on this story. And Brian continues saying, indicating the suspect appears to have visited Guthrie's house before the kidnapping. Now, hold on to your socks, because, you know, the boomerang effect hit us again with the sheriff tonight, because Matt Finn from Fox News Channel spoke with the sheriff. And let me tell you what the sheriff said. Matt Finn says, new Pima County Sheriff's Department says reports that the Guthrie Nest camera shows the same person on different days is, quote, purely speculative. Let me continue from Matt Finn. Quote, this is what the sheriff says. Quote, we are aware that doorbell images released earlier in the investigation depict a suspect in different stages of attire, including with and without a backpack. There is no date or time stamp associated with these images. Therefore, any suggestion that the photographs were taken on different days is purely speculative. Sheriff continues, this remains an active and ongoing criminal investigation. As with any investigation, conclusions will be guided by verifiable evidence and established facts. Speculation without factual support does not advance the investigative process. End quote.
Let me pause it there. See, the thing is, Pima County and the FBI are not on the same page at all. Let me show you, because the FBI are pretty much saying it's different days, but Pima County is saying something else. I just wanted to bring y'all a few clips. Hold on. But did y'all see what I meant by the difference in the pictures, the videos, besides the quality? The fact that there was no backpack, no, pew-pew, no, well, the shoes were different as well. This had to be different days. Okay? Hold on 1 second. Oh, I gotta share my screen. I'm trying to give y'all as much of an update as I can in this small, short window. And I will be doing daily updates from today on. I really do believe we are at a point where it's
Photo of Nancy Guthrie's kidnapped
more of a recovery effort, if you know what I mean.
taken some days before she was abducted has resulted in no leads. We have been talking with FBI sources who are telling us that the way they got this photo was through Google, because Nancy did not have
Can
a
y'all hear it?
subscription for video from Nest. They were actually able to obtain it from Google the way they did the video. But because there's no video subscription, there was no timestamp on this. So based on their investigation, they believe that the photo could have been taken on January 11th. This is weeks before the kidnapping, but they're not sure of that. It could have been January 11th. That is an operating theory. They are not sure of that. They want to make that clear. We know that they have swept the area for video from neighbors, anywhere they could get it. It has resulted in no leads with respect to identifying a vehicle or a suspect. They are frustrated about this.
And don't y'all also find that strange? This is a good neighborhood. Everyone today, even in the hood neighborhoods, have cameras, ring cams, doorbell cams. This was a mother of a influential person. I don't understand why there wasn't better security. And if they're able to see the images of the people trying to get in the house or breaking, what about the things that happen afterwards? Even if the camera was covered by foliage, you should still be able to see the door moving or someone leaving out the door. However, could she have been taken out the garage? Could she have been taken out the back door? Because from my understanding, blood was also found inside the residence at the back door, and the door was open. But I mean, I could be wrong on that. Now we're going to listen in briefly. Then I want to point out a few things that Enton had to say today. Okay, let's keep listening.
Now, I do want to say one other thing. Kash Patel had said
Right, Rose.
shortly after the kidnapping that that photo was taken the day of the kidnapping. That is incorrect. We know that. It was taken before the kidnapping. But again, the operating theory, January 11th, they're not certain of that. Let's talk about Savannah's new video where she says the family is offering $1 million and acknowledging that it would be a miracle if her mom is still alive. We are told the FBI never told the family that the chances of finding their mom alive was slim to none. They never said anything about it. This is something that the family kind of came to terms with on their own, we're told. The FBI's $100,000 reward still stands. So $1.1 million is on the table right now, leading to the return of Nancy Guthrie.
Let me say this in response to why was the reward money so low? From my understanding, Savannah always wanted to put out a big reward, but they told her to hold back because they wanted, I don't think they wanted to be flooded with different reports, which is stupid. You want as much information as you can get. That's why we're here now. Yeah, but from my understanding, she wanted to come out with the large reward from the gate, but they wouldn't let her.
The FBI wants people to call it, not necessarily calling Pima, because you then have two law enforcement agencies, you have cross signals. So it's 1-800-CALL-FBI. They want serious leads only, and they want to make it clear anybody who's trying to scam the Guthrie family, they will be prosecuted. The last thing, and something I think is very interesting, is I spoke with one source from the FBI who said the reality is this is becoming a cold case. But that doesn't mean it's over. And this source was talking about something that we've seen many times, where you could have a kidnapper at a bar one night drinking and then bragging about what he or she did. You could have a girlfriend of the kidnapper at the time who then becomes an ex-girlfriend who knows information and goes to authorities, or that girlfriend could be the one to actually, go to a bar, go to a store, go somewhere and either talk about it directly or insinuate something that is interesting enough to pursue. So even though this is becoming a cold case, and it is clearly one of the reasons why the Guthrie family is up the reward, that doesn't mean it's over. As what FBI source put it, it just takes that one person, and
Please
they
make sure you
believe
guys
it's going to
subscribe.
happen at some point. One person who opens his or her mouth, and the case cracks wide open.
I don't understand why TMC is even involved in this mess. Give me a minute, guys. I do want to pull up Ensign.
Photo.
Give me 1 second. The system is moving a little slow, guys, but I'm coming. I'm going as fast as my little fingers can take me. Now, I've been pretty much looking at his shorts to get all of the daily updates because I see the DNA was a no-go. The DNA was a no-go. All right. Let's see. And I agree, like, calling this a cold case is so freaking inappropriate to me. Like, no one wants to hear that. Family members don't want to hear it. How is this already a cold case? Like, no. Let me make sure y'all can see. All right. I think it's inappropriate, to be honest.
Hey guys,
Lord, it moved.
Hey guys, so it's day 23 now in the search for Nancy Guthrie.
Hold on, it's not
Outside Nancy
moving.
Guthrie's house here.
Give me a minute.
Hey guys, so it's day 23 now in the search for Nancy Guthrie. Outside Nancy Guthrie's house here. Some updates this morning. This is something that we reported over the weekend, but now NBC News is also reporting. They say they have 3 law enforcement sources who are emphasizing that the case has not gone cold, which is also what sources have been telling me. Someone said it might be chilling, but has not gone cold, whatever. I don't know, whichever you want to read into that. So the hope is that there's a lot we don't know that's happening behind the scenes right now. I think I've shown you guys before, but this memorial just seems to
I just wanted to
keep
hear his
on
point of view.
growing.
Also,
Which is
that
really
I
nice
heard
to see
they
a lot of
found
the
a
neighbors coming
backpack,
out. There
but
was
the
kind of some
backpack
drama
was not
yesterday. There was
it.
these women that showed up like searchers, and they had a shovel, and they started like digging in the ground here in this area. Like, hey guys, you guys remember that raid in? Hey guys, so it's day 23 now in the search for Nancy Guthrie.
If I'm on the right
Outside
one.
Nancy Guthrie's house here. Some updates this morning. This is something that we reported over the weekend, but now NBC News is also reporting. They say they have 3 law enforcement sources who are emphasizing that the case has not gone. Hey guys, you
Hold
guys
on a
remember
minute.
that raid in Rio Rico, the first real raid?
Yeah, raid in Rio Rico. Poor Carlos. Poor Carlos. I want to see what Brian Enton has to say about these photos too.
Hey guys, so a pretty big update here. We have learned, remember the photos of the suspect outside of Nancy Guthrie's house? There was the one of him wearing the backpack and one without the backpack. Sources tell me that those photos were taken on different days,
Right, Brown
which
Beauty.
means that the kidnapper was at Nancy Guthrie's house before the kidnapping, before the day of the kidnapping. I have a source confirming this, and News Nation's Libby Dean in Washington, D.C. also has a source confirming this. And I was wondering about this because if you look at the photos, you can see that the suspect has a backpack on in one of the photos and does not have a backpack on in the other photo, which was very confusing. And now it makes sense according to our sources because it means that the one photo was taken earlier, was not taken the day that the suspect allegedly kidnapped Nancy Guthrie. So was he casing the house days earlier? We don't know, but we now know that those photos come from different days, which is really interesting. Hey guys, so a pretty
Also,
big update here. We have learned, remember
what
the
I don't
photos?
understand with him casing the house, why wasn't he prepared to have something to cover the camera? He's been out there already. Why didn't he come prepared? Why did he have to use freaking foliage, whatever you call it, to cover it up? I don't know. It's just weird. This whole case is weird to me. Now, this is the thing he said about the DNA not being usable.
Hey guys, so a couple of updates here on the Nancy Guthrie investigation. First of all, this is not good news, more bad news when it comes to the DNA. But according to a federal source with my colleague Libby Dean, my News Nation colleague, friend in DC, the DNA found inside Nancy Guthrie's home was only a partial sample and was not viable for CODIS, which is not good. It means that the DNA sample is not strong, the sample that they got from the house. And it's not even strong enough to put in the CODIS database where they can see if it links back to any known criminals. So the DNA, I mean, the sheriff described them as having DNA challenges. I mean, these are real issues from what we can tell. I mean, they cannot even enter the DNA into CODIS, the DNA found in the house, because it is only a partial sample. The other thing, obviously, you guys probably saw the video this morning. Savannah Guthrie is now offering a $1 million reward for information on the case, which is hopefully gonna, I mean, maybe that's what will move things. And I am hearing that she wanted to put up this reward long ago, but that she was told sort of stand down because it would overwhelm the tip lines, which must be frustrating for her. But anyway, she has now done it, a $1 million reward. And let's just hope that someone wants the $1 million. I mean, if you know who did this, if you have information, you can get $1 million now, and you can also solve the case and do a really good thing and put all of this, you know, finish this whole awful saga. So I just hope someone will feel in their heart to do the right thing. But the DNA stuff is—
The situation is sad. I don't understand it. I think somebody's going to be losing their job real soon. It's just not making any sense. None of it makes sense. Like, why wasn't there better security? Thank you so much. And y'all make sure you're here tomorrow. I will be on camera delivering the news, baby. I will be back on tomorrow. I now see the direction I need to go, and I thank you all for being here. It's just a lot of questions in this case. The security should have been there. We don't have the basic information that we should have when a person goes missing. Like, why don't we know the basic stuff? Hold on. I did have one other thing to show you guys. I think it's something that Pima County put up. Let me see. I kind of forgot what it was. I can't even see it. Hold on. I'm waiting for it to pop up on my TV. Okay. Now this is Pima County. Like I said, Pima County and the FBI are not on the same page at all. And you can tell just by the statements that are being put up. Like I don't know. Pima County states, we are aware that doorbell images released earlier in the investigation depict a suspect in different stages of attire, including with and without a backpack. Okay, just from that first statement, what this is saying to me is they're still saying that both of those images are coming from the same day, but they're in different stages of attire with and without a backpack. But it's more than that. I'm coming, Theo. It is more than that because not only is he without a backpack, he is also without his weapon, and the shoes are different. So I don't get that. Hold on. Theo? Oh, shoot. Theo?
Uh-huh.
Hello?
Hey, that makes no sense to me because this is like we was hyper focused on that fool with the trying to hide the camera with a piece of grass. And
Mhm.
that was the main person. That's why y'all brought that other man in that favored him. That's why y'all detained people. And so now we supposed to just ignore that because Savannah didn't have nothing but the base plan for Nancy, which was is ridiculous.
Yeah, this whole thing is ridiculous, and Pima Count, that I don't see the sheriff in his position much longer after this because they're on two separate pages. You need to be on the same page. Like, this is
Right.
a
I
big
thought when the
deal.
FBI came in, it was theirs, but they you see on the shows all the time on the real reality shows, whatever. They always be at odds when sometimes they have to give it over to the FBI. It's always like this ego thing.
Yeah, it is the ego thing. But egos need to be put aside. Let me ask you, do you think Nancy is still alive?
I hope so. I still leave a glimmer of hope, but realistically, no. Um, if she would have put that reward higher earlier, that would have made me have a little bit more hope. Because if she was as fragile as you say you are, she holding on to that reward money like she held on to that plan that she didn't want to
Mm,
upgrade over at Ring. I'm like, why y'all just not getting to 1 million? Because that was the equivalent of the Bitcoin that the other people was asking for. And I'm just kind of curious to why it take her this long. And so you want to pay more money for remains than you want to pay for a possibility of saving her?
yeah. Yeah, it's really sad. And another thing I noticed in a JLR video, like they have these they call them javelins, but down here we call them wild hogs. And those things eat people. And
Right.
I don't see them really. They're only just now, like yesterday, starting to do search parties. This should have been done. Like they fucked up with the evidence. Now they're fucking up with the search parties. They're fucking up with the whole ego thing. They need to let the FBI take over because they are really messing up. I don't know, Theo. And with her being a very sick person, someone that has a pacemaker, needing heart medicine, none of those medications were taken to keep her alive if this was a true kidnapping for ransom. Like, this is
Right.
a
I said, I
very,
mean, if it's sophisticated, I said they would have those, they could get those medications if it was, sophisticated operation, because they
right.
even premeditated and all that. But if it's just whatever just to try to hold a ransom rookie rock, yeah, no, they wouldn't be able to know that. But it seems like maybe somebody studied her, so that's the only thing I had hope. Maybe some kind of way, if it is deep as we say it is, or it's related to Epstein and all of that, that
Mm,
kind of high level CIA, whatever people want to say, that kind of high level would have the ability to give her sustaining medicine. Cause she
that's
would be
true.
suffering. She would be suffering, like, cause she has to take payments too, and that stuff. Autoimmune illnesses, like she would be suffering and in pain the whole time. She wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to last. Her heart couldn't take all that pain.
Mm-mm. It would have been way too much. I was trying to find a comment that was made earlier. I cannot find it. Damn. Um, I don't know. In the beginning, when I first saw the footage, and I don't believe that they should be clearing the family this early either, because there are some
Right.
questionable people in the family that was around her. I really thought it was this guy named Dominic Evans, and that's everything is alleged because he almost looks like the suspect. They got the same scar on the lip. Also, Dominic Evans has a background in armed robbery, and embezzlement. Dominic Evans is the close friend to Nancy Guthrie's son-in-law. So, yeah. Let me see if I still got the picture up here.
Those closest to you would make the most sense too. And then the last person that saw them was a family member. The last person that saw her,
It was him, yeah.
Yeah.
It was damn, I don't have the picture. It was Savannah's sister and the husband, Tommaso.
Yeah, the husband of the sister, yeah.
Right. And the friend that I'm talking about is a friend of Tommaso. They're bandmates. And he fits the height, the weight. I mean, even the goatee looks the same. So I don't think they need to be saying the family doesn't have anything to do with this, because the family will always have the most to gain.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if it's getting money out of their sister.
Yep.
Because that would be who would be backing, the bulk of that money, most likely. I don't know the situations of everybody else, but I mean, it doesn't look like the family is a poor family at all, but 1 million is 1 million. So
right. So I think Savannah is the most well-to-do out of all of them.
Right.
I don't see her returning to the show either.
No.
I don't see it. It's just too much. I need you to come and do a panel with me like this, Theo.
Okay, yeah, just let me know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be looking up some stuff. I'm gonna hit you up, or I'm gonna be doing updates on this too. So whatever you're interested in, let me know, because I love your mind and I love the way you do things.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that'd be fun. Nobody's talking about the Mexican cartel situation. I'm surprised that nobody's on that.
The friend that I tagged you to, she's been talking about that a little bit too.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take a look at it. I just wanted to do a quick update. My grandbaby's about to come over, so I'll have to get out of here. Do you have any closing words?
Oh no, I'm just glad you covered this, and I'm gonna be looking more into this. Thank you for tagging me to that stuff. And yeah, let me know. I'll be down.
Okay, I'm gonna tag you to more stuff, and just let me know, like, if there are any other stories you're interested in, because I love this kind of stuff. This is me.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you. Bye, Theo. All right, y'all, make sure you're subscribed, okay? Because we will be back here on tomorrow. I will be on camera, and we will be talking about more content. I enjoyed you all tonight. Have a good one. Oh, also, people on the replay, and I'm sorry, I wish I could go longer, because I do have more clips. People on the replay, I want to hear your thoughts. Make sure you comment. Let me know your ideas. Let me know your questions. And I'll try to get them answered for you. But I will see you all on tomorrow. Have a good night. And thank y'all for hanging out on all the platforms.
No need to see viral stories and crime stories so bleak, leaving you hooked for weeks, exposing liars and racists too. Crimes and scandals all exposed to you. My creativity paints the view, pull you in like the morning dew. My voice will ring through your soul tonight, forever echo in your mind's sight. Like and share if you feel the light. crimes and scandals I'll expose to you. My creativity paints the view. Pull you in like the morning dew. My voice will ring through your soul tonight, forever echo in your mind's sight. Like and share if you feel the light. Subscribe and hit the bell so